Okay, we are recording. Good morning, everybody. It is our Monday motivation team call. And I don't think I've ever been more clear or excited about where we're going, what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how well it works. And so I'm going to talk about an initiative. We've been talking about the 21-day sprint for quite a while. If you're unfamiliar with it, I'll kind of recap it over this call. Basically, we're going to start a 21-day sprint. This is not in lieu, but inside of the 90-day game plan that Isagenix has. So we're going to have a 21-day sprint where we lock arms as a team 4 times per year. Okay, we're going to have it 4 times a year. And one of my goals for today is to get those 4 times a year on the calendar. This is going to go on and on and on and on until everybody on this call and everybody that wants this in your business maxes out their business center. That's 250 cycles a week. This is so doable. I've never, ever seen an opportunity that is this incredible and so perfect for right now. It's so ripe. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about momentum, and I want to talk a little bit about the mindset that you need to get in to participate if you want to participate in this 21-day sprint. The 21-day sprint starts June 1st. So we've got 1 week. We've got 1 week from today to get prepared. But what I don't want, once June 1st hits, guys, what we don't want is people getting ready to get ready to get ready. This is not going to be a situation where we're going to talk about the compensation plan. This is not going to be a situation where we talk about the opportunity. This is going to be a team activity, a team initiative. And if you want to take notes, take notes. A team initiative for 21 days, June 1st through 21st, where we're going to lock arms and actually get into activity. All get in the same boat. Okay, all get in the same boat and row together. Okay, I want you to look at this. If you're on the webinar, we are the ISA Dream Team. And we are the team behind your dream. We're creating an international hub and a culture. We celebrate each other's physical and financial success as we work towards our common mission of freeing people from physical and financial pain. So we're going to all be in that boat. I want you to really think about that. And I'm going to talk, like I said, a little bit about momentum. I want you to leave behind your fear. I want you to leave behind your attachment to the outcome. And we're going to get in the boat, row together, and get into activity. And this is a quote that I heard years ago, and I never forget it. The 2 scariest things in life and momentum, the 2 scariest things in life and business are momentum or the lack of it. And I absolutely love that because if you think about it, what scares you most? Oh my God, I'm in no activity. This is so scary. And I was talking to Lynn Hagedorn and she said, oh God, Heidi, it almost scares me to launch somebody new. Doesn't it to you? And you know what? My answer was no, it doesn't scare me because I know exactly what to do and exactly what to tell them to do. And we've created a system through this tracking sheet, which Laura's going to talk a little bit about, and she's utilizing and she's on the go, doing the do, that makes it so simple and easy and streamlined. So I'm going to give you 5 tips as you get into the mindset of starting this 21-day sprint on June 1st, a week from today. Tip 1, make a definite decision now. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. Don't say you're going to do it and not do it. And this may not be the right timing for you, but if it is the right timing for you, and let me tell you something, at some point in your life and in your Isagenix business, if you want to get this going, you need to go all in. You need to eliminate every distraction, and you need to pour everything you've got into at least a month or 2 or 3 of getting this rocket launched off the ground, because it takes as much fuel to launch a rocket as it takes to get off the ground. So make a concrete decision that you will make this the most productive 21 days you've ever had in business. You're not going to complain. You're not going to condemn. You're not going to criticize. You're going to do this with a mindset of, I'm going to do this no matter what. The first thing you want to do is register for celebration. That's part of your commitment, you guys. Here is the celebration team events. So that tells you exactly, you're going to probably want to arrive Saturday or Sunday. And if you want to register for celebration, here's where you do it. Upcoming corporate events, you click on there and you register. If you're not registered for celebration, in my opinion, you're not committed to this, because this is it's like, running a business and not, starting a franchise and not going to the training on how to work it. You've got to be corporate trained. The next thing is you're going to fill out the 21-day sprint commitment sheet, and you're going to send it to me. Here, you're going to listen to this podcast. This is how you're going to get prepared, okay? And you're going to focus on the income-producing activity necessary to fulfill your goals. So this is all written down. I have this. Joe and Laura have this sheet. A sheet that I made with all these tips and exactly what you're going to do to get prepared. So it is right here. And I'm going through this actually right now. June 1st through 21st, 21-day sprint. I'm going to send you all this through, I'm going to send you this sheet, this PDF document, through our idea exchange group, our chat group. If you're not on our idea exchange, in our idea exchange chat group, you need to let me know. So you're going to register for celebration. That's part of making your decision. You're going to fill out this 21-day commitment sheet, and you're going to text or email a picture of it to me, okay? And I'll go ahead and I'll write my contact information there. Tip 2, get organized. Write everything down and prioritize. The best thing you can do to clear your mind is write everything you're thinking down on paper. Get everything out of your head and onto paper. And start to prioritize what really matters. You're going to want to determine some things that you can delegate. You're going to want to ask your family for help during the next 21 days, starting June 1st. And you want to also determine those things that you can't or won't change. And what I mean by that is, you're going to pour yourself into your Isagenix business if you're committed, like so many of us on this call are. To doing this, but there's certain things that are going to keep you healthy and are going to keep your mindset healthy and your business activity healthy. You need breaks, right? You're not going to just do this all the time. So, write down, if you go to church, write that down. That's part of taking care of yourself. If you work out three or 4 or 5 times a week, write that down. That's when you're not going to be working your business then. Make an appointment with yourself for all the things that you need to get done to take care of you. And after you have everything organized and you determine what you're not willing to give up during these next 21 days, you're going to put everything important into your schedule. And this will refocus your mind on what really matters, and in turn, we'll start building momentum in the right direction. Then you're going to go over the tracking sheet, okay? So this is again, part of being prepared. This tracking sheet can be found on all of everything I'm going over, including this 21-day sprint PDF right here, these instructions. They're going to be I'll upload this onto the homepage of the isadreamteam.com. That's our team hub, okay? Laura, I can't wait to hear from you, because you've been actually clicking on these and doing it. You've been doing it, and boy, does it work. So you guys are going to want to take 14 minutes to listen to Lynn's video here. You're going to want to take 10 minutes to listen to Michael Herlilly on how to add 20 prospects per week to RPRR. You know, when I broke down 20 prospects per week, I realized I only had to add 3 to 5 per day to make that goal. Yesterday, guys, I was traveling all day. I had meetings. Nancy's on Hoagland on the phone. I had a meeting with Nancy. I was in the air most of the time without an internet connection. I traveled from Chicago to Aspen through Denver, and I still was able to get 9 people, even with that busy schedule, to say, yes, please add me to RPRR and welcome me. Okay. So, you know, this is so easy. So familiarize yourself with this tracking sheet. You're going to want to go through each and every one of these and read the link associated with them. Add to RPRR, kind of go through this and read it. You know, the next step, add first video. The next step, garner third-party validation from your welcome names only group. You're going to really want to for example, we have 2 p.m. Facebook chat groups. We have the idea exchange, and we have welcome names only private message chat group. Okay. If you are not in a chat group, in these 2 chat groups, and you're committed to this 21-day sprint, you need to reach out to me. Here's my phone number. Text me and say, add me to these chat groups. Okay. And Laura's going to talk about how this all looks so confusing until you actually do it. And you're going to realize it's basically copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And by the end of these 21 days, you're going to be so good and efficient at this, you'll be doing it in your sleep. It's so easy. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this. So the next thing, so you're going to kind of familiarize yourself with the tracking sheets and what's on the tracking sheets, the links on the tracking sheets. You're going to fill out your memory jogger and or alphabetize your Facebook friends list. Okay, that's exactly, here's links to those. Fill them out. It's all about the list. Print out 3 or 4 tracking sheets. Okay, here's the tracking sheets. You're going to print them out, hard copies. And as soon as someone says, yes, Heidi, add me to Real People, Real Results, then you put their name on the tracking sheet and you start tracking those activities. Once they say yes to RPRR. Express gratitude and stay grateful. You guys, some of this stuff is maybe, I used to hate hearing this stuff. It's like, whatever, let's get down to brass tacks. But you've got, in order to maintain the level of activity that you're going to want to be in for these next 21 days, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be stress, there's going to be frustration. Plan on it. Plan on it. The fastest way to combat any negative emotion is to slow down and focus on what you're grateful for. The most successful people agree that one of the most important keys to a higher quality of life is to focus on gratitude. So, you know, when most people are worried about, you know, their finances, the economic crisis, their kids, you're going to be focusing on solutions rather than problems. And you're going to stay strong and ask yourself, what are my opportunities? How can I make things better for myself and those around me? And we have the vehicle with the isogenic solutions for health and the isogenic solutions for wealth. Tip 4, be present to all of those around you. That means not only your family, your friends, your loved ones, but your business people. There's nothing that grinds my gears more than when I'm having a conversation with somebody and they're looking at their cell phone and they're checking their cell phone. You guys, I'm as busy as anybody, but I would never do that. Joe and Laura, I just spent the majority of the weekend with you. I hope I was engaged and present with you, not checking my phone and Hold on, let me answer this text message. That's pure rude. So, be engaged and present to all of those around you. And, as much as we want to be quick about this, and we will, the tracking sheet will show you how to be very, very effective and efficient in your business. But when you get to the point where you're connecting with somebody, because most of the time, once we go through the tracking sheet and we're enrolling somebody, we do have a live conversation with them. You want to be completely present. It's so important. Less talk, more do. I love this statement. Talk less, be more, and take consistent action. And I'll tell you what, hard work trumps IQ. I've always been the one who has had to work a little harder than everybody else. I don't consider myself, things don't come really, really easy to me, and that's okay. I'm so glad they don't, or I would have taken it for granted, and I wouldn't have had to work as hard to develop skills that I now have. So while everybody else is distracted, complaining, and making excuses, you're going to be building momentum. And you guys, I love all the calls and everything, but while everybody else is listening on how to do it and what the compensation plan, listen to this part of the compensation plan and do we're going to be freaking doing it. We're going to be in activity. We're going to be on the court, hitting the ball together. Momentum is built through taking consistent action. And as the action is taken, your confidence rises. And when if you're scared, and I'm scared, we all are scared, once you start taking action, all of a sudden all your fear diminishes. So if you're scared, get into activity. Don't get on another phone call. Don't listen to another podcast. This is my experience, at least. Get into the activity. When you're feeling discouraged, get back up and move. And what I mean by that, take a move in your business. Take a move, get your body moving. Go to the gym when you don't feel like it. Follow up when you don't feel like it. Ask for help when you don't feel like it. Pretty soon, the things you don't feel like doing are going to become a habit. And I remember yesterday when I went through my Facebook alphabetized list. I'm going to show you guys this just so I kind of can show you how I work this real quick. And then we're going to move on to Joe and Laura, which I'm super excited for. Okay, so I have a little folder called follow-up. And you're going to see that I have, and don't get overwhelmed by this, but but this is a good tool to have as you get prepared for this 21-day sprint. I have my 2,000 plus Facebook friends listed in alphabetical order, okay? And I went through all of these people, okay, up until I want to say here. That's a lot of people. Oh, wait, this is the wrong one. I'm sorry, guys. I want to show you this. Facebook contacts. Okay, here we go. I went through 74 people. Okay, now Laura's going to talk to you about her. Oh no, I shouldn't say 74 because some of these people I didn't ask because they were already current Isogenics members, or whatever. So I might have asked 35 people, and of those 8 said, yeah, add me. Oh, Alicia, look at this, guys. I'm ready to set up my account in Spot. See, this works. I hope you guys can see this text message here. But I asked, it's a numbers game, right? I asked 35 people, about 8 people said, add me to RPRR. The first 15 minutes, I got nothing. And that fear started building. And instead of focusing, here we go, guys, how do I enroll? See, it works. I just added more people. I just said, I'm not going to focus on these 8, these 10 people that I've asked and invited to take a look. Instead, I am going to focus on adding more people. So again, activity eliminates fear. And then once someone says yes, I add them to this tracking sheet. And you know what? I'm just going to tell you guys, I actually have these printed out and I add the person's name. So this isn't the one I'm using. I have it printed out and I have invitation to take a look and I put the date, added to RPR with welcome message, the date. So this is after they give me permission to add them. Okay. So this is how you get prepared. And one last thing before we open up the call. I want to let you guys know that, again, we're going to be doing this 21-day sprint 4 times a year. And 2, we're going to have 3 check-in calls per week. I'll be there. You know, they're going to be at 9:30 Mountain Time, so that's 10:30 Central Standard Time, 11:30 Eastern Time, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm going to add those to the ISA Dream Team calendar so you guys know. And the Zoom call, you'll find all the information for the Zoom call as well on the ISA Dream Team calendar. The ISA Dream Team calendar and everything else we just talked about, guys. Here's the tracking sheet. The calendar is here. If you don't know how to get on a webinar or a Zoom call or whatever, you click on it and here's all the information. Okay? So I'm going to add Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday check-in calls, and they'll be 20 minutes and there'll be a Zoom call like this, open mic. Okay, so now comes the fun part where I am going to, hi Laura. Oh, whoops, where I'm going to open up the call. Hold on. And first of all, I'm going to unmute Joe. And then we're going to talk to Laura. Joe?
Hey, Heidi.
Hi there. Okay, this guy is all about this 21-day sprint. And so, Joe, you're already a spokesmodel for the products. It's amazing. You are, talk about being able to take your results with the products and turn that into a business. It's so organic. So, Joe, will you tell us just a little bit about yourself before we get into some questions here?
Sure. Thanks, Heidi. I'm really honored and privileged to speak with you and the group this morning. As you know, and several people know, I was able to walk away from my career in medical capital equipment sales almost 2 years ago, and was at that point in time, which would be, before Isogenics, pretty stressed out. I was sluggish and I was struggling with building lean muscle. But my friend Bianca introduced me to Isogenics, and since then, in 14 months, I hit my weight loss goals following the 5 pillars, diligently, along with a workout regimen. And then with the introduction of our Amped product line at the beginning of this year, and my involvement in the IsaBody Challenge, and I'm in my second one now, I've been able to build lean muscle unlike I ever have before. And here on the verge, about a week and a half away from turning 59, I'm walking around feeling more energetic than I ever have in my life. I've got 9% body fat, and I do things at this age that I never thought I'd do at this age. Feel younger, look younger than I ever have, and I'm really, really grateful about this. From a financial standpoint, I was blessed with the opportunity to reach Crystal Manager in March. I've got 4 downline consultants. I get a paycheck every week, and I've had the honor and privilege of winning the Breakthrough to the Beach trip, and I'm really looking forward to being in Marco Island in mid-June.
Thank you, Joe, so much. And, the Isogenics has just, it's unbelievable, both physically and financially. You see it. You've really reached your physical goals, and now you're ready you don't want to go back to corporate America. You shared with me due to some integrity issues, etc. And what I love is if you could share with this group your 110% commitment to this 21-day sprint and the actions that you are taking, to quarantine yourself, as you mentioned, to just go full blow and hit the ground running on June 1st.
Sure, thanks. Heidi, it really started a year ago. I wanted to commit to this and tried to do a 21-day sprint, but really wasn't all in. But you talked to me a year ago and said, Joe, I will support anyone who gets corporate trained. So when we came home from ICU this weekend, just last night, that was my 5th corporate event in a year. My first ICU was last May. This was my 3rd ICU in a year. I've been to University in Action. I went to New Year's Kickoff. And it's become apparent to me that this is not net sit on your butt marketing. It is network marketing. And it's time for me now to commit to this 21-day sprint. And I am prepared. As you know, you received my signed document for the 21-day sprint this morning. And as a result of our conversations this weekend, I am really grateful and looking forward to getting in the car and driving to Aspen and quarantining myself there to get all of the distraction out of the way. And I will spend 5 days with you in Aspen doing nothing but this to literally launch this rocket ship for me and get it off the ground and get the momentum going so that it'll work.
I love it. And it's going to. I'm saying that so confidently because I know what you're made of, and I know the activity that you plan on getting into and generating. And it's not a question of if, it's a question of when those other Joes are going to show up in your business. And so it's going to happen. So you just attended, like you said, Isagenix University in Chicago. And would you mind sharing just a couple takeaways from that? A couple things that really helped you see the vision or really motivated you?
Sure. Having been to several events, I've heard several things many times. C.G. Siddons was up there on Friday, and something she said really struck me. And it very simply was that she said, my why is strong enough to push through my feelings of terror regarding talking to and sharing with people. And that really got me. So that was the greatest takeaway I had. The other great takeaways is that it really is all about my why. And with my why, it's time for me to get into action. And that's my takeaway. So I'm going to get into action.
Thank you, Joe. And by the way, Danielle's given the thumbs up. Hi, Danielle. Thank you for all you do, girlie. Joe, you're going to meet Danielle. And God, I'm so excited for our Florida trip, our Top Achievers trip. So congratulations for earning that. And Laura, let's see here, girl. We are going to get you on. All right, Laura Ramsey, how are you?
I am doing great, and I'm so happy to be here and so grateful to share about my experience doing the tracking sheet and actually doing it. Not thinking I'm doing it, but actually doing it and sharing the results because it was just remarkable.
So, first of all, I'm going to pull up a few things just so people can see how easy this is and walk them through exactly what you did to get started. But before, can you share with everyone your success in inviting people? Well, just share what happened. Yeah. Explain what.
We literally, it was so simple. Hold on 1 second. Reject that. It was so simple, and it was one of those things I just have to really put out there. So I would think a lot of people can relate. You think you're doing it, but for me, I was thinking I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it. And I was making it so much harder. And I would listen to, like you said, all the calls, and I would listen to all the things and think, oh my gosh, that's intimidating. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's intimidating, 20 a week. Wow. I need to start with 10. That would be a huge jump. And so when we were in Chicago this weekend, I was like, let's just do it. And I didn't even have the tracking sheet. I just had my notepad and just wrote 1 through 20 and went through Facebook. And anybody, of course, that wasn't in Isogenics, I had no attachment. I just sent them, I copy and pasted. And it was like, bing, bing, bing. And I loved it because I didn't have to be clever. I didn't have to think, oh, I've already reached out to them in the past, or, oh, they already know. I was just like, what the heck? I need to get through my 10. And then I did my 10. I'm like, I'm going to do my 20 while I'm here because it's going so well. So I just wrote their names out, 1 through 10, and then, of course, added 10 more. But literally, I mean, you were sitting right next to me, honey. I just copy, pasted, copy, pasted, copy. And as I'm copying and pasting, inviting them to take a look, I'm getting all these dings. Yes, sure. Thanks for thinking. I mean, out of 20, I had 13 instantly say yes.
Wait,
And
how do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I shared with Heidi too that I love the fact that the feedback is, people may know what you're doing, but when you personally reach out to them and ask them, if they're interested in taking a look at what you're doing, the gratitude was there. It was like they were looking. Oh, I didn't mean to hold that so close. They were looking for someone to reach out because we're all busy and we're all, going in so many directions. So to actually reach out, and they're just like, yes, thank you. I have been looking for something. Thank you for thinking of me. I'm excited to be part of the group. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just like Lisa DeMeo always says, don't be stingy. And that's what really fuels you more, because not everybody's going to say yes. I mean, that's just the reality, and that's okay. They don't need to. But it really is so simple. The copy and paste is huge. And for me, even last night when I was having people like saying yes and yes, I'm like, oh my gosh, Heidi, it's so hard for me not to go rogue. But I want to follow the system because I know the system works. And Heidi's gonna, she has it up on the screen here. I mean, how great to not even have to overthink it, just to truly copy and paste it. It can make you so efficient. So, and I'm so grateful and excited about that, doing that. And I mean, these people have been in my Facebook group forever. So it was really great to see the reaction already and see how the results that are coming with that.
So, Laura, can you read this, exactly what you wrote? And I want to I don't even know where this came from. It doesn't even matter. It's one team. I just formatted this
Mm-hmm.
in a way that's, I feel, and Laura who's using this and others who are using this feel it's so efficient and easy. So can you read what you wrote to everybody? Did you change this, or tell us about
Not
that?
at all. I used exactly what was here. I think it's so light. It's so easy. It's so non-intimidating. And it just, so here's what I did. I just said, hey, like I was sending to you, honey. Hey, Heidi, I hope you're doing great. I'm reaching out for a reason. And I love that one statement, because then it's not all, how are your kids? How is your life? How is this? It really hones into, I'm reaching out for a reason. And that some friends and I have put together a Facebook group on healthy living and sharing some products that we love. I thought I would invite you to take a peek and introduce you to a few of them. If that's cool with you, just give me a thumbs up and I'll add you in. So simple.
So simple. So, okay, so I'm going to show you what Laura did. And this is just to get you guys started. This is, for today, this is part of getting prepared. Add at least 2 people. Invite enough people from your Facebook list or your memory jogger list to at least get 2 yes, add me. Would you agree with that, Laura?
Yeah, and I would say, honest, and for me, and I know because we all have busy lives, I would say go for 10. I mean, because while you're pulling it up and you have the sheet pulled up and you have your Facebook account pulled up, it's just almost more efficient to hit the 10, copy paste 10, as it is to do really 2. And then you have more of it just creates a quicker momentum as well.
Well, and one of the things I was going to say, it almost using this tracking sheet like an assembly line, like
Yes,
do
exactly.
go through, do one column at a time. So in other words, your first day, and Laura and I were talking about this, like maybe on a Sunday to kick off the week, and try to add on a Sunday. It's not that hard. Like I said, I added 8 people yesterday, and I was traveling all day, and I was really busy, and I didn't have an internet connection most of the time. I still added 8. Laura, in less than 12 hours, had 13 people, and so what I'm going to do is, look, guys, I'm going to look, where did I stop? I stopped at, Amanda Johnson. And I know Amanda Johnson. So what I'm going to do, guys, is exactly what Laura did. And I'm going to go, oh, wait, I'm sorry. And you do have to learn this. You have to learn how to do this. But once you do it, I've gotten so quick, it's crazy. So I'm going to look up Amanda Johnson. And where is she? I think this is her. She's somebody I haven't seen in ages. Okay, she's not. But this is a lot of these, a lot of my friends are cold market almost Facebook friends, so, figure on, when you're reaching out at first to your warm market, your percentages of people saying yes are going to be higher. Okay, let me give somebody else here. Oh gosh, Andrea. Okay, I'm going to go Laura Cohen Strickland. She's somebody who would be great. And I haven't even reached out to her. But with this Facebook system, it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
My family's laughing at me. And oh God, where is she? I can't find it. Okay, and as I'm doing this, will you share, Laura, your favorite few takeaways?
Wow, there's so many. I love the Isogenics universities. I think I agree. You have to get corporate trained. It makes all the difference. Not only really immersing yourself, but you get to see the culture. It builds your belief even more. But it's also the connections you make in the hallway, or you make at the gym, or you make over meals, or anything. It's just so great. It just adds so much horsepower to your business. I love, gosh. The trainers were so good. I'm trying to think. I mean, my biggest takeaway was, honestly, I would have to say personally, me, was implementing the strategy, actually doing the do. That was huge for me, because I feel like I thought I was doing it, but to actually sit and do it right next to you and be like, oh my gosh, I was making this so much harder than I needed to.
Exactly. Laura, thank you so much. And I just want to show you an example on my end, what this looks like. So here's Jenny Roback. She's an example of, I copy pasted, just like Laura did, same exact verbiage. And she gave me the thumbs up. If that's cool with you, just give me the thumbs up and I'll add you in. Thumbs up. Awesome. What interests you most right now? Wait, this is all in the tracking sheet. This is not, because one of the things Laura said is, oh, people are going to look at this and go, oh yeah, well, I'm sitting right. What did you say? Something like, I'm sitting next to Heidi, and they're going to go, oh, well, I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, like it's just about sitting down by yourself and really having this. And I mean, it's so simple. I mean, it's so simple.
So I, copy and paste the next part. Awesome. Most. And then she says weight loss. Perfect. Lots of people are focused on that too. I'll welcome you in and check back with you in a few days to see what you think. Have an awesome day. Okay, thanks. I mean, this is just so easy. So I've set up the follow-up. I'll welcome you in and check back with you in a few days. So guys, the first step, is to start the process. And then if you have questions, reach out on the idea exchange. And again, we'll wrap it up, but I think I'm gonna stop the recording and then open it up for any questions. I might even, and Laura, I'd love your opinion on this. I might even delete all these other examples, because this is all we need. Thank you to Michael and April for putting this together.
I don't know. I always like to have options, but I do like the first one the most, but that's just me.
Yeah. And so when they say yes, this is just so simple. It's not complicated. Anyone can do it.
And I love even the no, because I even texted you. I said, I got a no, sort of. After they said yes, it was real. Can I share that? Is that okay if I share that?
I love that. Yeah.
Is that she said yes. I added her to the group. And then she sent me a text saying, thank you for adding me to the group. This isn't for me right now, but is it okay if I stay in the group? I really am enjoying the testimonials and the amazing results. And then she commented on my my kids and my family and this and that. And it was perfect that I went into the tracking sheet and instead of just making up my own response and asking for the referral. I'm not sure where that is on here, but it said, something like completely understand, and if it ever changes, or if you know of anybody out, I give white gloves. It's all in here. I'm making it up now, but I just copy and pasted it and customized it a little, but I just said how perfect, and she loved that, and it just left it with such integrity and such goodwill. It's exactly how you'd want to leave it.
Right. And you guys,
but it was
there's a couple people on here right now. When we start our 21-day sprint, I want to see tons of people copy paste doing this, and we will all max our business center out in a year. If we do this. Now, if we don't, we won't. But I was talking to Melissa Locke, and it's so clear to me. Melissa started this right after celebration last year. She was cycling about 15 to 16 times per week. And she said, Heidi, it's almost like everybody who's added to RPR at some point enrolls. Just like Laura said, she got a no, sort of. It was really a not quite yet. And, so we'll delve into this and show you every step of the way in these 3 calls, these check-in calls during the 21-day sprint that are going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, are going to be an opportunity for us to collaborate and talk about what's frustrating us, what's working, what's not working. The content of all of this may be tweaked a bit. The context, never. The context will remain the same. We will always have this easy tracking sheet and for prospecting and for real people, real results. So we're going to wrap it up. I know this was a long call, but I think it was an extremely helpful call. And what I love about this call is we're locking arms and we're going to sprint. We're not going to, this is not another training. This is about getting into action, and it feels so good. So I'm going to go ahead really quick. I'm going to unmute everybody. If you have a lot of background noise, please mute yourself. But if anyone has any questions or anything like that, go ahead.
I have a question. I've just recently started, and I'm using the tracking sheet, and I'm having to work more on staying consistent with the different columns. And I'm a lot of them, I've had now some that have been in the group 3 or 4 weeks. And I probably haven't followed through as well as I could have. I've gotten up to where I've added the cost video. I might need to get the get started one better. And on some of them, I've added the 3-way private message chat, but I haven't really been able to enroll any of those people. So do you just keep them involved with like commenting, on their, I mean, it's still in there, and just keep adding things into the comments, as you
because we
keep
call
them involved?
and we're
Janet,
going to need like
that's a great
24 to
question.
48 hours on business days.
And
Yeah. We'll
look at, I just muted Danielle. She's so cute. She's always multitasking. Janet, that's a great question. You know what?
I can't hear you now.
You should be able to hear me.
Well, I can't. You just went mute on me.
Can you hear me now?
I hear somebody.
Can you hear me?
No, it's just, it's barely. It's very strange because up until now I've been hearing it this time.
That's weird.
There you are.
You can hear me? Okay. So you know what? Follow what's on the three-way PM chat.
Yeah, we'll always have that. I mean, that's why on the inactives, like I'm doing is just hoping that most of the emails I've captured for newsletters, and they just kind of either they're reading it and they know what's going on, or they just are ignoring it, or whatever their situation.
There we go. Okay. So now can you hear me fine, Janet?
Yes.
I hear you, but I can't hear Danielle.
Okay, good. Well, I muted Danielle because she's on another
Oh,
call.
okay.
So yeah. So anyway, what you're going to want to do is you're going to, okay, this is really important, and we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Well, not really, but high prospect in an effort to, this should be done within like 48 hours of adding them. Okay. You really want to do the follow-up quickly. You want to get a yes or no, but you want to, like Laura, I love that Laura brought up that kind of a no, because, that kind of a no, you're going to keep sending them things like this through this three-way chat. Thought of you, free membership. So you're never, unless you get a solid no, like don't ever call me again, don't text me, don't send smoke signals, don't, do anything to bug me. Until then, you're going to keep following up. And Melissa Locke, we had such great conversations at Isogenics University of Chicago. She said to me, almost everybody signs up at some point. If you keep it in front of them. So, but you want to quickly identify a business partner in your organization that has achieved the goals that your prospect is looking to achieve. Does that make sense? So if your prospect's looking to lose 100 pounds, Danielle's not your gal. Okay? Find somebody else. If somebody's looking to rock a business, Danielle's your gal. Okay?
Yeah.
So
far, she's my main person that I have for a three-way chat, but I need to, like you say, find a way to connect up with other people to be able to do that.
right. So you're going to, again, copy and paste into this, into a three-way message. Okay? And then you're going to start, the whole thing is to continue the conversation with your prospect. As Laura Ramsey says all the time, prospecting is a process, not an event. And this is her other quote. Laura's like my mentor. But the other thing she says is, Isogenics provides such amazing tools and resources, but the best tool and resource we have is each other. So this is where we utilize each other and show the teamwork, and you follow this verbatim, okay? So it's all, that's why I said, familiarize yourself with tools within this tracking sheet, because you really want to know what to do and what to do next. And I am going to wrap this call up because it's getting really late. But think about this, guys. In order to work this most effectively and efficiently, you want to work the tracking sheet by column, not row. Does that make sense? You want to work it. Hold on. Let me pull this up. You want to work it by column, not row. So you want to do this first, like Laura did, and maybe get 13 people in there, okay, that say yes, prospect's name, invite them to take a look, you add them. Then those 13 people, you go down the column. Then those 13 people, you add the first video. It makes it way more efficient. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, guys, June 1st, game on.
Now, and all this that you have shown today, is that going to be available somehow?
It's on the isadreamteam.com. So if you
Okay.
go here, and you know, really what this is while I was launching new business partners, I was realizing how the content that Lynn has in the post on success is wonderful, but it's extremely inefficient when you're training a new person to say, okay, print all that out, find out, figure this all out. Here's the tracking sheet. Invite people to take a look. They're like, I don't even know what it means to invite people to take a look. Whereas if you click on here, well, this is what it means. You do this.
Oh, well, see, I'm not technically yet there where I can put that onto my computer yet. I'm still doing it on paper, so I'll have to get somebody to tell me how to do some of this stuff.
When you figure out how, really the one skill you need
Yeah.
to know how to do is copy paste.
That I can do.
Okay, well, if you know how to copy and paste, you can do this.
Okay.
And read. All right, guys, let's make it a great
Thank
week.
you so much.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.